Hey guys, I'm back with another chat video and I've got several different things I want to talk about today. First of all, I'm going to apologize for the lighting in here. It has been raining over 12 hours or longer, and it doesn't even look like it's going to stop anytime soon. So it's very dark outside. So there's a lamp right over here that's giving me some light, but it's tungsten lighting, so that's when you get that yellow. And then I've got more over this direction that's an overhead light. And anyway, I prefer to use all natural lighting and not tungsten lighting to film because it gives it a yellow glow. But anyway, it is what it is. So, good thing I'm only going to do this one video today because I pre-filmed several videos last Saturday. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well, and I've had a pretty good week, and I've got some things I want to share with you that I've been doing this week. It's probably not that big of a deal, but you know what? It's a chit-chatty video, and I'm going to share these things with you. So one thing that I did earlier in the week, I think it was on yes, it was Monday. I went to Warby Parker. I think that's how you pronounce the first word. It's W-A-R-B-Y. And it is basically a glasses company for like eyeglasses. And the glasses are fairly inexpensive compared to like LensCrafters or someplace like that. So if you guys have been following me for a while, you know I've got a pretty significant glasses collection, and I just love getting different fashionable glasses. I'm like, if I have to wear them, I want to get fashionable ones, but they are fairly expensive. So I don't think I have bought any glasses since I want to say 2016. And I think it was maybe summer or fall, somewhere around in there. So my friend Katie told me that about Warby Parker, and I didn't know anything about them. And it's like an online store, but they also have several brick and mortar stores, and there's 2 of those actual stores in Nashville. So if you want to check them out online, I think they will ship like up to 5 pair at once for you to try on at home, and then choose what you want, and then you would ship those back, and if you want to try on some more, they'll ship you some more. And the prices of the glasses, if you're single vision, if it's like a plastic type frame, they're $95. If it's a metal frame, I want to say it's $145. So I went on Monday and picked out some new glasses. I did get more than 1 pair. I don't have them yet, so hopefully I will have them maybe by next chat video. But I did use flex benefit money. That's what I used to get my glasses, so it's not like I had to come up with this money that I've been saving for other things. So it is flex benefit money, so I was definitely using that money to get those glasses. I also ordered contacts because I finally decided which prescription I wanted to use, and I've got still the trial pair in today. I should have the contacts like in a week or so. Anyway, so that's what I did. I made a dental appointment. Been a while since I've been to the dentist after I had a lot of work done in 2014, 2015. I'll be honest, I did not like what the dentist did, and I have been wary about going back, but it's one of those things that's got to be done. Basically just for a cleaning, checkup, make sure everything's okay. So that's what I've kind of been doing this week, is looking into all that stuff. I've got like a dermatologist appointment coming up this week. So anyway, several different things in that realm. I feel like it's just dealing with my head. Anyway, what else have I been doing? I sold 3 eBay items this week. Very thrilled about that, especially compared to last week. And 2 of those items I've actually had listed for quite a while, so I was thrilled to see them go. And one of the items I've actually had in my wardrobe since 1996. Since probably June or July of 1996. I remember when I got it, and it's something that I just haven't worn in years, but I hung on to it for, 21 and a half years. It was still in fabulous condition. It was a leather jacket. But I just wasn't using it, so I ended up selling that, and it went to a new home this week. And then I sold a couple of other items, and I still got some more items to list. I was going through, quickly going through my wardrobe, and basically actually just looking at my jackets. And I found a jacket that I have not worn in several years. But I remember I got it in 2009. I can remember, sometimes I can't even remember what I did 5 minutes ago, but then I remember certain things. Like, I remember I got this in February of 2009, and I just haven't worn it in a while, and it's not really my style anymore, but it has some nice memories attached to it when I got it. So, I'm going to wash it, even though it's clean. It's just been in the closet. So I want to wash it, look at it, reevaluate to see if I would wear it again, but I think I'm going to list that jacket, and then I'm going to go back through my regular clothing and see if there's anything else I'm going to list. And I've also decided that I'm going to start putting stuff on the Facebook Marketplace and cross-post what I'm putting on eBay, and seeing if I can do that, because I've talked to other people that have used the Facebook Marketplace and they've had great success, and they said people pay you in cash and there's no PayPal fee, no eBay fee. And let me tell you guys, I love eBay. I've had great success with eBay, good success with PayPal, and I have no complaints about either one of those companies. But if I can keep the extra money, that would make me so much happier. So I'm probably not going to get everything cross-posted like today or even this week that I have. But I thought, you know, why not at least try to start doing some of that on Facebook Marketplace and potentially selling stuff locally and getting to keep a lot of extra money that I can use towards other things. So excuse me, excuse me. So that's kind of the plan, to start on that today. And I feel like I've got 500 things to do today, and I know I'm not going to get it all done. But one other thing that I mentioned in my, I want to say it was the 2018 like goals and vision board video that I did. I mentioned that I wanted to get a new camera, a new DSLR, and I primarily want to replace the one I'm using to film on, this one right here that I've had for years, and it is literally falling apart on me. And so I have been doing quite a bit of research this week to see what camera I want to get, and I've narrowed it down to 2 cameras. So if any of you guys are photography buffs, video buffs, that know what you're talking about, I would love to hear from you. So what I am looking at, the 2 cameras, one is the Canon 80D, and the other one I had to look down is the Nikon D7500. I have watched videos on them. I have read the specs on both of them, the comparisons between the two. There are pros and cons to both cameras. So, you know, there are some features on the Nikon that blow the Canon out of the water, and there's some features on the Canon that blow the Nikon one out of water. I do think, as of this moment, I'm leaning more towards the Canon one for 2 particular reasons, I would say, overall. One is the flip out screen, basically the viewfinder on that Canon 80D. And so it will like flip out to the side, and just Google it and look at some photos and you'll see what I mean. So the Nikon, I use a Nikon now, and I love Nikon. I have a D5100, I just looked at it, and I think I've had it since 2011, 2012, and in the world of cameras, that is old. And so it does have a flip out screen that comes right out to the side of the camera. Well, this Nikon D7500, its screen is a tilt screen. It does not flip out to the side. And from what I have seen online in photos and videos, no one has showed that tilt viewfinder or that screen completely flipping all the way up to the top. And if it flipped up where it was like come up over top of the camera, I would be okay with that, because instead of to the side, I know sometimes I look over to the side. I would probably just be looking up a little bit above the actual camera lens, and if it did that, I would probably go with that camera hands down, because I love the Nikon brand. And when you talk to people about Canons and Nikons, it's kind of like if you talk to a car person about Chevrolets and Fords. Sometimes people are just going to have a difference of opinion, and they are not going to change their minds. And I will tell you, when it comes to DSLR cameras, I am a Nikon fan. For photography, I think they're better. I just really do. That's my opinion. I probably, I'm not sure that I'm going to be willing to change that opinion. However, based on the research that I've done, when it comes to filming, the Canon has a better edge, the DSLRs on the Canon. And that particular Canon, the 80D, it doesn't film in 4K, which the Nikon does film in 4K, but it has a better autofocus, way better autofocus than the Nikon. And so the biggest thing though for me is that flip out screen on the Canon, because that is so important. If I can't basically check the viewfinder every now and then when I'm filming, that is going to drive me crazy. And it makes a lot of extra work, because I have the Olympus pen, and I was planning on using that as my filming camera, but I did not realize when I got it for Christmas a couple years ago, I didn't realize that the screen, I think I knew it flipped down, but it didn't hit me when I asked for it for Christmas that I can't put that on a tripod with the screen flipped down. It just won't fit on there. So I haven't made a lot of use of that camera, and I've been debating whether or not to sell it. I just haven't used it like I thought I was going to, but I don't want to sell it just yet. But anyway, if you've got if you know what you're talking about, and I don't mean that to be offensive or anything, I just want somebody's opinion who really knows what they're talking about, and not just, you know, this is what I think because I watched a video on it. For those of you who might be curious and may not know, I have taken a whole lot of photography classes. It's been a while, and I think I've got like 24 or 29 semester hours of photography classes, so I am a little bit educated on the subject. But I will tell you, when I took all those photography classes, we were still shooting 35mm film, and digital was just coming out on the floor. It was out, but obviously not where it is today. So, but the principles of shooting in manual are still kind of the same thing. You look at your shutter speed, you look at your aperture, and the lenses are super important. So anyway, but speaking of cameras that I'm thinking about selling is, I don't think, oops, there's several things back there. This one I don't think has a place in my life anymore. So this was basically a camera that I got for Christmas, I want to say 3 years ago. I think I got it in 2015. And then I got the Olympus pen in 2016, and then I got the G7, or is it G7X Mark II, or is it, yeah, I think that's what it is, in 2017. So the G7X has replaced this one in my life. The only time I'm using this camera now is to shoot eBay photos. This is what I use to take photos of my eBay items. And I want to trend, it's easier, it's lightweight, so I still use it almost, maybe not every week, but several times a month I'm using that to take photos. But I can use my newer camera for that, and the newer point and shoot one. So I'm thinking about selling that one. I'm not sure how much. I just need to do some quick searches to see what the prices are going for. It is still in excellent shape. It does have a lot of scratches on it, on the body of it, but overall it's in really good shape. And I have several spare batteries for that one. Another item I'm pretty much committed to selling, and it's another thing that I am going to probably get listed today, and it's my Balenciaga Classic City. I just brought it out here. I finally made up my mind, and what pushed me over the edge was I received an email from eBay that they have this new service, and I've seen one video about it where you can send in a certain designer handbag. They do have a specific listing. It can't be just any handbag, but Balenciagas are in the list. They will authenticate it, even though I 100% know this is authentic. One thing that frustrated me was this particular dust bag. I got the handbag from Neiman Marcus. They did not send me a Balenciaga dust bag. They just sent me a plain white dust bag. And that's an issue that I've had with Neiman Marcus, because I bought several designer handbags from them, and I didn't get a box with this one either. Is they don't send the boxes, and then they sent me just a plain white dust bag. So I feel kind of really cheated by that company, but the reason why I use Neiman Marcus is because of Ebates, and I get money back. So it's kind of like, do you want to forego getting 12% back on a designer handbag just to get a you know, a brand dust bag? So, you know, it's kind of like I'd rather get the money back. But what I can do is I'll have to do a little bit more research, but I believe you start the listing yourself for the designer bag, and then you click a certain button, and I forgot what the name of it is, and they will give you like a FedEx label to send it to eBay, where it will be authenticated, and then I think they take the photos, they do all the other listings, and the email that I got said I get to keep 90% of the sale, and they will keep 10%, which is kind of normal. And so you know, I'm just not using it. The last time I used it, I said, I've got to use this handbag. I took it to the Antique and Garden show with me, and I was still frustrated. I still had the same frustrations with this handbag, and it's the zipper. It's like I can't, once I open stuff in there, stuff gets lost. I'm a structured bag person. You know, that is what I need, a bag that's more structured and not a kind of a floppy bag like this. It is what it is. I love the color. It almost hurts me to lose this handbag out of my collection, but every time I use it, I don't like it. I'm frustrated with the handbag, so I can definitely, if this will sell, I definitely want to use that money to go and pay for the camera, this Canon or Nikon camera that I'm going to be getting. And I would like to get the camera before my trip. I'm not 100% sure. I have a budget in mind that if I can save this certain amount of money before my trip, I am able to get the camera, and will be very, very close to that. I just don't know that I'm going to hit that amount, but if I sell that bag, you know, I will 100% hit that amount. But, you know, I still might do it without selling it. A couple more things to show you, and then I'm going to go get the puppies. This is an empty for the week. This is my Shiseido Ultimune Power Infusing Concentrate. I love this serum, and I already had a backup of it, so I'm now using my backup. One other thing, I did buy something in February. I know I was like, I need to spend less in February, and so far I'm on point, but I did end up buying something, and I want to show you guys. It was a new lip gloss. The last lip gloss that I bought was in my Ulta haul, and I have not bought a lot of lip gloss. I used to be just addicted to buying them, and I've been so good about not buying them, so I ended up buying this because it was blue. And it is one of the Chanel new lip glosses that came out, I guess, for spring or summer from Chanel. And I have already used so much of this that I'm probably going to buy another one before they sell out. And it goes on clear. It's just, I think it's one of those like teeth enhancing or teeth whitening enhancing. It makes your teeth look whiter, and I love it. This is my favorite color. I just love blue, and this is one of the best lip glosses I have ever used. And I've already used maybe a fourth of it based on what I'm looking at in this tube right now, and so I definitely want to get another one of those. Okay, so videos in March. I thought I would tell you kind of what I'm thinking for March's videos. There's probably going to be more travel related videos in March. I'm just going to let you guys know. I know some of you prefer designer type of videos, but there is another one of those coming. Probably the last Friday in February will be the next handbag reveal. That will be a designer handbag. And then in March, here's what I'm thinking. I want to do like a travel safety type video where it's not going to be the end all be all of travel safety, but I'm going to give you things that I have learned from my travels that if you are interested, they may help you as well. I'm going to do a haul video of stuff that I have bought for the trip, and this will be like it's going to be like a comprehensive type haul where it's going to have like some skincare items because I am running low on some other things and I know I will need them before the trip, and those are absolutely necessary items that I will have to have. And it's going to be maybe a couple of new clothing pieces. What I'm going to start doing today is pulling my wardrobe together and taking photos and getting that all lined up. I'm not going to pack. It's way too early. I'm not one of those people that pack like weeks in advance for a trip. I'm like, I pack the day of my trip, the day before and the day of. But what I'm going to do is get my clothing out, take photos, and see what items that I can pair together, and that way to see how many outfits I can make with the fewest pieces of clothing, and then see what is missing from my wardrobe, and potentially we'll buy those in March. And then so I will do a haul that will have like skincare items, maybe even some electronic items, clothing items. I might show you, I'm going to buy some Ziploc bags because I use Ziploc bags in my travels. So things of that nature I'm going to have. And so there will be that haul, travel safety. I'm thinking I might do like a carry-on haul. I mean, pack like a carry-on bag and show you what I'm going to pack in that. So things like that. So anyway, I think I have rambled on enough. Let me just quickly grab the puppies and I will wrap the video up. Oh my goodness. It's easier for me to show you if I'm holding one at a time. So this is Coco, and she has had a really, really good week, haven't you? She's been a good girl this week, but she's doing well, and so is Chanel. So here is Coco. Let me show you. I haven't shown you like them from the side in a while. I still call them puppies, even though they're fully grown right now. So there is Coco, and let me see. I've got to be careful with her, and she does not like that so much. Oh, she made a noise. I don't know if you guys heard that. But anyway, she is doing really, really well and sleepy. I think they sleep probably 20 hours a day. And then they play and fight and bark when they're not, or eating, when they're not sleeping. So let me grab Chanel. And she's doing really well too. She's had a good week, even though she did get in a little bit of trouble one day. And Chanel gets her feelings hurt when she gets in trouble. Coco does not. And so Chanel went to the bathroom where she wasn't supposed to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, Chanel, did you do that in the hall? And she went and hid when I said it because she knew she had done wrong, didn't you? Yes, you did. But anyway, overall, they've had a great week, and let me show you her from the side. There she is, and this is my skinny girl. But anyway, they're doing great. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye, everybody.